Hey guys, Nate from Drink Great Beers here. Today we're going to start brew day. I'm going to show you a nice handy way to get ahead of your beer stock so you can have some quality homebrew for the next beer days. Now we're back. We've got our grains getting up to temperature. This is for the oatmeal stout we're making today. I've got my thermometer resting comfortably on the bag because it's too heavy and it will sink to the bottom. And so we take it up to about 160 degrees Fahrenheit. We don't want to go too hot or too cold, so we get the right amounts of sugars out. So we'll let that get up there. We'll steep it for 10 minutes. So now we're done with our steeping. We're going to go through the next step. I figured I'd show you adding some malt and finishing the production of our wort. It's been, probably about 45 minutes now. So we take the bag. It's going to be hot, so be careful. And you want to just hold it up and let the water drain. Or your wort, actually, but let it all drain out of there for a second. You'll see I have another brew pot set up. That's for the Brew Demon wit beer we're going to make. That one I need to take the malt extract that they sent me and I have to dissolve it in water. So there's no hop addition. That one will go pretty quick when we get there. But for now, we'll focus on our oatmeal stout. So I take my garbage can. I try not to make a huge mess. And whatever you do, don't squeeze it out. You don't want to get all those grains to fall out. Oh, sweet success. Alrighty. So the next step, you add your malt extracts. So we've got our boil going nicely. Forgot to mention last time, keep an eye on it when you start. It does take a while for it to heat up and you want to make sure you don't boil it over. It does happen. I've cleaned up many a mess. So for the first part, we're adding our bittering hops. This kit comes with really nice little bags to put your hops in. It'll keep your wort nice and clean, so I'll add these in. And then we'll return when we start adding the flavoring hops in about 30 minutes. Now we're on to the next part. We're gonna add in our malt extract and our sugars. And then our flavoring hops. You see on the other pot here, I've got some water boiling to mix in the Brew Demon wit beer I'm getting ready to make. Alrighty, I just got done getting my water to boil for the Brew Demon. So there's the can, nice wit beer. I'm gonna mix these in and then I'm going to pour them into the fermenter. So it's been sitting in my nice hot water in my sink. So it makes it nice and flow. It's nice and sticky too, so be careful where you spill it. So we'll stir that in, get it all mixed in there real nice. And so the can has pretty easy to follow instructions on it. I've placed my 3 gallons of cold water. Nice thing about living here is it's cold outside, so I don't have to make room in my refrigerator for the water. I can just leave it on the front porch, go out and get it, and that's where it lives. So now it's sitting in the fermenter, nice and cool, and that will help me to get the temperature down so I can pitch my yeast. So we'll get this last one in here. And by pitching yeast, that just means sprinkle it on the top, close up the fermenter, and so we'll get that out of there. Alrighty, I'll be back in a little bit. We'll move on with our stout, which is boiling along nicely, as you can see, and we'll keep it going. All right, so now we're got our fermenter full and we've cooled down our wort. Put it in the sink. I filled the sink with some water and ice. And so now we'll look here. I got about a 1.053 on my original gravity. I'll write that down and use that when I get ready to bottle it. All right, so there you have it. We have our Belgian wit beer, the Twisted Monk from Brew, and our stout, the Rogue Shakespeare Stout, all set and fermenting. Stay tuned. In about a week, I'll come back and transfer my Rogue into a secondary fermenter so you can see how that works. And then we'll keep going from here. So subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for the next little bit to see ways to connect to us. And remember, drink great beers.